Whoops. Sorry. Okay. Let's take a look at this problem right here. Question 14. So if f of x equals x squared minus 4 and g of x equals 3x minus 2, then the derivative of f of g of x at x equals 3 is what? So let's go ahead and figure out what is f of g of x. So if you remember, anytime that I have a composite function, and I do have a video on functions, so if you need a review, you might want to check it out. All right, so anytime you have a composite function, basically what that is saying is that anywhere that you have an x for f of x, you need to plug in the other function. So anywhere I have an x for x squared, I have to plug in 3x minus 2. So whenever I do that, I'm going to get 3x minus 2 squared minus 4, and then the square root of all that. Now, I can go ahead and simplify this down. So let me go ahead and do that. So it's going to be 9x squared minus, or let's see here. Yeah, minus 6x, and then, no, sorry, minus 12x, because I'm going to get negative 6x minus 6x, so negative 12x, and then plus 4. All right, and then of course there's a minus 4, right? Because this is all underneath the square root. All right, so I can then simplify that down further. So I will have 9x squared minus 12x, and then the 4's are going to cancel out, and I will be left with this as my function here. What I want to do here is I'm going to have to use the chain rule because there's this function, and then everything else is inside of it, right? So if I want to take the derivative of 9x squared minus 12x, I will have to first figure out, well, actually, let me rewrite it like this so it's a little bit easier to follow. This is all to the 1/2 power. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the power rule. So I'm going to bring down that 1/2. Then I'm going to subtract off 1 from the exponents. I'll have 9x squared minus 12x, all this to the negative 1/2. And then I need to multiply it by the derivative of the inside. And the derivative of the inside is going to be 18x minus 12. Okay, so whenever I do that, it's basically plug and chug at this point. So whenever I simplify everything down, I'm going to have 18x minus 12 divided by 2 multiplied by 9x minus 12x, and then take the square root of everything. All right. All right, so let me go ahead and clear some space so that we can evaluate this at 3. And that's what they want us to do. They want us to say, when you have this derivative and you evaluate it such that x equals 3, what do you get? So let's go ahead and solve that. So I have 18 times 3 minus 12 divided by 2 times 9 times 3 squared, so it's going to be 81, and then minus 3 times 12, which is going to be 36. All right, and then I'll go ahead and set that equal. So 18 times 3, let me think here. 18 times 2 is going to be 36. Okay, so it's going to be 54. So I'm going to have 54. I'm sorry, it looks like a 84. Let me draw that again. So 54 minus 12, and then divide by 2 multiplied by the square root of 81 minus 36. So 81 minus 36, yeah, guys, mental math, probably not my strong suit. Let's do some quick maths here. So we're going to have that. So we're going to get 5 and then 4. It's going to be 45. Okay. All right, so square root of 45. All right, so that's all good and nice. Let me go ahead and clear some more space. And, this is one of those problems where, it's not necessarily too challenging, but if you make a mistake, you want to be really careful that you don't. Okay, so 54 minus 12, that's just going to be 42. So I will have 42 divided by 2. And then 45, the square root of 45 can be broken up as the square root of 9 times the square root of 5. And I know the square root of 9 is 3. So let me go ahead and I'm going to bring this down here. So I will have 42 divided by 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, and then multiplied by the square root of 5. And then finally, sorry, I'm almost out of breath from doing this. Finally, I know that 42 divided by 6 is 7, so I will have 7 over the square root of 5. All right, guys, and that is going to be answer choice A, which is in fact the correct answer. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Honestly, guys, I like answering your questions. So, anytime that you have a really good question, feel free to comment below, and yeah, I'll get to it as fast as I can. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.